The time I almost died.
This is the craziest MrBeast story you've ever heard.
Basically, we filmed the video like 8 hours away. It was a normal video. We finished at midnight. All the boys slept well. We don't drink. We don't do drugs. We start our drive home. It's a 8-hour drive with me and like 2 of my other friends. And then my friend driving, he just says, "Can we pull over to a gas station? I don't feel too good." And I'm like looking at the road, and I turn and look to my left, and his head's just bobbling, and he's just like,
Wait, is he driving?
yeah, down the highway, and he's just like dead.
What are you talking about?
Like his arms just went limp like that. And then my friend Tyler is sitting behind him. So I instantly am like, this fucker fell asleep. So I grabbed the wheel. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. And I'm just kind of like keeping the car going straight. And I just yell, "Wake the fuck up." And I'm like yelling.
Yeah.
And he's not waking up. And a few seconds go by. And then Tyler in the back seat literally punches him in the head. And his head just goes to the side. And doesn't wake up as we're going down the highway. And like his foot though is still on the gas. So we're like slowly going a little faster. Now we're going like 80 or 85.
Hell yeah.
And I'm
Now
just
it's getting
like,
interesting.
exactly. And I have my hand on the steering wheel. I'm in the passenger seat. And this is a big car with like a console in the middle. So I'm like barely grabbing it. And I just like, "Tyler, I don't think this fucker's going to wake up." You know, in my head, I'm like, I got to take his foot off the gas. But the problem is because there's a console and everything.
Of course.
To take it.
You have to move a 200-pound human who's, by the way, knocked unconscious.
No, but not even that. It's like I can't touch his foot on the pedal without leaning below the wheel. And so I can't see the road. So I'm steering the car, but to take his foot off the gas, I have to put my head below the steering wheel so I can reach it. So I'm like driving, and I was just like, we can't go 100 miles an hour. There's cars everywhere. There's a fucking dude riding our ass. And I'm like, my fucking driver's dead. Can you just chill for 5 seconds?
Can you imagine being the car next to him, looking over and seeing MrBeast like bobbing down under the steering wheel, and the guy in the back's punching the dude in the head? Like, what did I just see? Like, what?
I know. And so I just was like, I gotta slow this car down. So I was just like, fuck it. And I just put my head below the wheel. I grabbed his foot and just threw it off the gas. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, we're still going straight. And then, I lean over, tap the brakes, look up. And I'm just doing that.
You're tapping the brakes with your hand?
Yeah, with my other hand.
Yeah. Smart.
How else?
It's the best play.
This is crazy.
I still have my seatbelt on. I can't reach over and unplug it. There's a console. It's like fucking choking me.
And homie's not waking up?
No, he's just dead. Like literally, he's just.
Wait,
like,
is he like actually dead?
That's
Because
what I was gonna ask.
You said he's literally dead so many times.
Let me keep going. It's the wildest thing. I've never thought this would ever happen in a million years. And so I just was like, fuck it. I got to get us off the road. You know how like on the side of the highway, there's those strips you hear when you're like.
Yeah.
So I just like, I leaned over. I had my foot on the brake and slowly like pulled off. And I could hear the strip on the right tire.
You were driving the car based on
the strip,
on
the sound.
Hearing the
yeah, because I couldn't really see you. And then I heard it on the left wheels, and I was like, okay, we're off the fucking highway. I looked up to make sure, and then I just slammed on the brakes. And we're off. We didn't hit a car. We're just on the side of the highway. And so I think everything's over. I literally, the second I let off the brake so I can put the car in park, which is like on my stomach in the console, he comes back to life. His heart starts beating again, which I'll explain what happened. And he just stomps on the gas. And I'm like sitting up, not with my hand on the brake anymore. So I just yoinked the wheel to the right. So we just slammed into a concrete wall. And that just stopped the car.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and then my head's like fucking bleeding, and I have marks everywhere. And Tyler just runs around and just rips him out of the car.
Yeah.
And then I lean up, put the car in park. To explain what happened to him is his heart just stopped beating.
So the guy who was driving, he has a very rare heart condition, which means during those few seconds, his heart didn't beat at all.
It just literally stopped beating. He has a rare condition. His dad's a paramedic, and he was taught, like, if people pass out, put their legs above their heart. So when he pulled the guy out of the car, he lifted his legs above his heart, and then that caused the blood flow and caused his heart to start beating again. And so after that, our car slammed in a wall. I'm just bleeding in the face. And then the guy, after Tyler put his legs above his heart, started beating again, and he goes, "Can someone hand me a water?" And I just said, "Fuck your water! You almost killed
us, dude."
And he doesn't know any of it because he wasn't, literally, technically wasn't alive. And he's just like, "Why are we here? What's going on?" A few weeks they couldn't find what was wrong with his heart.
So they did extensive medical checks, and the good news is that they did find the cause. And now the guy has a pacemaker in his chest, which means the next time this happens, it's gonna restart his heart and save his life.
But then they just put a pacemaker in. Now he's fine. If his heart stops, the pacemaker just kicks it back in. There you go. They just had to almost kill me for us to find out.